When I graduated in 1970, I really didn't have time to become involved at Carroll, but I met Bob Bray, who was the Alumni director. He and I kind of bonded together, and he said, hey, will you help out with homecoming? And I said, sure. And then he said, how about being on the Alumni Council? And I said, me? He said, yeah, we need some younger people on the council. And I said, sure. I was the council president my final year. And once that was over, kids started to come along, and I had other interests. I spent a lot of time in coaching my kids and their friends, and that led to my developing and running this basketball league called the Notre Dame Don Bosco, which at its height had 200 and some teams.
He's put his soul into this thing, I think, for the last 35 years, and it's just been a passion of his forever.
The program I set up was basically to have more recreational teams than highly competitive teams. And I loved seeing and was surprised to see how many girls teams developed and how much fun the kids had competing.
He always wants to know about the student athlete story, and then wherever he can provide help and advice, he does. And then as the years gone on and he's gotten, obviously further advanced in his career and then ultimately retirement, the giving back to the university, specifically athletics, has been first class. And it's not necessarily one gift or one amount, but it's the way Tom goes about it. And it's not even just men's basketball or baseball, which are obviously the two sports he's played. It's across all 23 of our varsity sports. He supports them, whether it be financially or an email or a phone call, he's there.
I try to live my life as though I'm setting an example for someone who I don't know is watching me. I've tried to represent the organization that I'm affiliated with. And I can tell you, with some of the garb that coaches have given me, a day doesn't go by where I'm not wearing one of these things. First of all, I like the extra large. I've been working out so much, my shoulders have gotten too big.
As a Carroll alum and student athlete, it's impressive the impact he's had on so many people.
Got involved with the Old Main Society, and that led to the President's Council, and that led to going on to some trips. And I can tell you that I've really enjoyed, and Nancy has enjoyed, going on the Carroll-sponsored trips. We really enjoyed Cuba. We loved going to Spain. We were in Alaska. Most recently, I really enjoyed the Bourbon Tour. I more or less decided that I liked the folks and I liked the people, and I've always loved the school. That led to Nancy's and my discussion on setting up an endowment for men's basketball, because why not? Why wait until I'm deceased to do something that I would like to do? Nancy and I have been blessed. We want to share those blessings.
Carroll comes right to the top of the list. Fabulous people, fabulous programs, and I think every penny you can give to Carroll is going to a good cause, a good place, and it'll be utilized.
And then my big question was, why not? I got Nancy involved, and as usual, everybody likes Nancy better than they like Tom. And Tom, you can stay home, send Nancy.
His support for Carroll, Nancy is always there, front and center, and that's always a special thing to see. And I know Tom, that means a lot to Tom. He is the most genuine person and just overall awesome human being. When he introduced himself, I thought a lot of that conversation was going to be about him, but I quickly learned that he didn't really want anything to do with talking about himself. He wanted to know about me, and ultimately how I'm going to make Carroll a better place.
I'm honored and excited to receive this award. I tend to like to be under the radar. I like that in athletics, and I liked it in things that I did, but I think in this particular case, it tells me that I'm doing the right things. I'm making some good choices, and there are actually some people out there who've seen it and very quietly have said something. So I appreciate being nominated, and more importantly, I really appreciate being selected. What's next? I'm happy to do it.